He first says to deny himself. Let him deny himself. That means to walk away from yourself. Turn your back on yourself. There's a difference between deny himself and self-denial. Do you understand that? Self-denial, so for 6 weeks now, you've already heard about this, and it's about this time in the morning that it starts really affecting me, so probably you're going to hear about this in every sermon for, I don't know, the rest of our lives or until I give in and go back to it. But for 6 weeks now, I haven't had a Little Debbie. I know. For 6 weeks, I have not eaten a Little Debbie. And there's Star Crunches and there's all sorts of things in our, isn't there, Solomon? They're all over. Mom just keeps buying them. Right? That's self-denial. That's, well, this one part of me, I think I should fix, so I'm not going to do this, right? I'm not going to have this thing. I'm not going to do that thing. I'm going to give up the, that's just a little bit of self-denial. To deny self is different. To deny self is to say, this life is not about me. This life is not for my best interest. I'm not the center of this world. Deny yourself. And then he says, take up your cross. We need to understand again, I think we probably do, but it's worth saying. In our culture today, crosses, especially for those of us who are believers in Jesus, a cross is a symbol of hope. A cross is a symbol of love. It's a symbol of mercy. It's a symbol of forgiveness. In that culture, a cross meant one thing: a horrible, horrible death. A horrible death. Jesus is saying, we're doing these passages. We could do them separately for time's sake, but we're doing them together because Jesus is saying, I'm going to die for you. You die and follow me. When he says take up your cross, hear this, church. It's so important. He isn't saying carry a burden. Okay? Now, granted, many times, even Jesus, the people who were being led to crucifixion would carry their cross. But he's not talking about simply the carrying burden. He's talking about the end result. He says, come and die. Come and die. If you're visiting this morning, you're like, what is wrong with this guy? But that's what he says. Get your cross and die. That's what makes his statement, before you zone out because of the bad news, listen to the good news, right? Because his statement before isn't just about dying, is it? It isn't just about dying. It says, listen to verse 31 again, the end of verse 31. And be killed, and after 3 days, what? Rise again after 3 days. Jesus says, come and die, because if you come and die, you'll have life everlasting. If you come and die, you'll have a life that matters. You'll have a life that isn't wasted. You'll have a life that matters not just in this world, but in eternity. Listen, this is Memorial Day weekend, and some of you will go and you'll visit graves of family members, and you'll walk past people who are long forgotten. Even if their lives mattered, even if they were great people, they've been long forgotten. Jesus says, you come and die, and your life can matter for all of eternity.